What's up, ambitious immigrant? Today I'd like to talk to you about something that I did this year that helped me lose 15 pounds in 45 days. I started this year with 3 goals. One of them was earning a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, losing 15 pounds so that I could reach the weight that I like, that I feel comfortable with. And you know, with weights, right? The more you gain weight, the harder it is to fit in your clothes and things like that. So my goal was I didn't want to keep gaining weight. One thing first, I had to stop gaining weight, and then the next one was I had to reduce it to my target goal. And my other goals was to read 1 book per month and have 10 hours of online training per month. And I've been keeping up with it this year. Last year was a tougher one because I did not reach my goals. I was losing weight, gaining it back, losing weight, gaining it back. Overall, it was just a roller coaster of weight gain and weight loss. And I tried to eat healthy, and by healthy, I would eat sometimes salad, sometimes I would avoid food that I like, and sometimes I would work out, really hard with a coach and things like that. But one thing that I've learned that makes things easy is just to change your lifestyle in such a way that you no longer eat late in the evening. So what I've been doing that has worked very well for me, and I've been observing, has been not eating after 4 p.m. So since the beginning of this year, I decided to eat before 4 p.m., right? So every time I ate after 4 p.m. or in the evening, I would notice I would gain maybe half a pound because I measure myself every morning. But when I didn't eat at all, and I stopped eating at 4 p.m., I noticed I would lose a little bit of weight. And I would lose mainly fat. And my belly would get flatter and things like that. And with age, over time, your metabolism slows down, you exercise less, you walk less, kids run all the time, but as you get older, you tend to be in your car sitting in the living room, people move less. And also in general, for those who come to America, with the food that you have here, you can go to a party, there's just so much food at home, it's almost the abundance of food and abundance of sweet food also. And one thing I've also been doing is, especially sweet food, avoiding anything with sugar, right? Juice or anything like that in the evening. So the reason why not eating after 4 p.m. works is that when you eat, your body needs time to process that food and then to use that energy. If you go to bed right after eating, you don't get to use that energy, and that energy goes to storage. And that's how you turn that energy into fat. So the carbs you're eating and the sugar you're eating, it goes straight into your blood, and then if you don't use it, it becomes reserved for next time. Ideally, what you want to do is avoid sweets, juice or soda and things like that after 4 p.m. And also try to do your best to eat your last meal at 4 p.m. So you can wake up in the morning, eat your breakfast. It could be 7 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever works for you. You can eat your lunch around 11 or noon, and then your dinner, have it at 4 p.m. or something like that, or sooner, right? So the main idea is that don't eat in the evening. And 4 p.m. has worked best for me because of my schedule. 4 p.m. is ideal. And I've seen myself, like, at times, let's say on the weekend when it was hard to eat at 4 p.m., let's say I go to friends, I would try to make sure that I eat before 7 p.m., right? The main idea being, if you're gonna go to bed extremely late, you can eat at 7 p.m., but you want to be awake for maybe 6-7 hours after eating and moving, walking, and things like that, so that you get to burn that energy, as opposed to going to bed with all that energy stored in you. So this is something that I was thinking would take me a whole year, and I was very surprised that it was much easier than before, where I've done some extreme exercises, like to be ready for men's physique competition, extreme diets. I've talked about this in other videos. This one was the simplest, right? It was just like, don't eat late and avoid sweets late at all costs, right? Avoid it. You can actually eat whatever you want. I've been eating the food that I like. I don't even care about the amount. I don't try to eat very little. I don't try to starve myself during the day. All I do is that after I've eaten at 4 p.m., after a week or two, my body got used to it. I stopped going to the fridge or trying to get a little plate. The main thing is really, once you've had your last meal of the day around 4 p.m. or sooner, you avoid the kitchen. You avoid being, I would say, even 10 meters from the kitchen. Be in your room, be outside, just forget about food, right? And in the evening, you can get tea, no sugar, no milk, nothing. You just drink some tea and then you go to bed. Anything that, if you have to have something in your belly, avoid carbs, right? Avoid rice or anything. You can potentially late in the evening have a piece of meat, chicken for instance. I've seen protein working better for me. Let's say after a week, one day you can't really handle it. A piece of chicken is much better than having, a piece of croissants, bread, because anything that has glucose or anything like that's from cereal, like right, corn, rice, turns into sugar in your body, right? Carbs. Ideally, you want to avoid carbs and sugar in the evening. So if you're gonna have a piece of chicken, that's okay, right, initially. But ideally, what you want to do if you want to lose weight, right, is to reduce the time when you eat, push it all the way to 4 p.m. so that you have time to burn calories. And then what you'll see, what I've been seeing is that every morning I was losing weight instead of gaining weight because I measured it every day to see whether it was working. So I hope this works for you. It was just something that I learned this year that worked for me after having tried many things. And you've seen all the videos, all the things that I've done that work. But it was just mainly about finding a lifestyle that I can live with as we get older, as we move less, something that becomes a change in habits so that we stay healthy, as opposed to, getting, bigger and bigger because I'm getting older and because I exercise less. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. Please give it a try. And as usual, try to always have some goals for the year, right? Come up with an objective and give yourself 3 months to achieve them, because the reality is that it's actually doable. Whatever you want to do over a whole year is something you can do in 3 months. And then you're gonna have a successful year because you've already reached your goal very early, like I just have. So thanks again for your time. See you next time.